Hi, I'm Satan D. Beelzebub. My friends call me Stan. You can call me Satan. Ha! That's my favorite joke. Welcome to my channel.
My channel?
Fine. Welcome to Orson's channel to watch my video. You better watch yourself, Galore. Soon enough you'll be in my neck of the woods, and we'll see how you like having your tongue staple gunned to a tire fire for a few hundred years. While you put together a mental image of that, just imagine how exposed your backside is going to be. Repercussions is an understatement. Like I was saying, my video review of The Exorcist, William Friedkin's incredibly overrated 1973 thriller. Everyone's got their panties in a bunch about this one, saying it's one of the scariest movies of all time. I've had bowel movements that were scarier than this movie. Seriously, you have no idea what my diet is like. A few thousand years of Doritos and beer takes a toll. I should really get to the gym. Anyway, it's supposed to be the story of a kid who gets possessed by me, and a pair of quote-unquote heroic priests give their lives to save her. It's also supposed to be based on a true story. Well, I was there, and I can tell you they took a sweet story and just Hollywooded it up with all their jazzy effects and techno dance music. First of all, you'll notice in the movie they call the demon Pazuzu. It wasn't like that in the script. They openly referred to the demon as me, Satan. My lawyers got wind of it and started shooting off letters. Why should they get to make a movie about me without giving me a cut? Typical Hollywood scumbags. Just change the name to Pazuzu so they wouldn't have to pay me a dime. To make it worse, Pazuzu is my nephew, and he's an idiot. He's not tough enough to possess a little girl. He couldn't even possess a credit card for more than 6 months before it got caught up in front of him at the liquor store when he was trying to buy a 6-pack of discount malt beer. And yet, here he is in the movie supposedly possessing a girl in Washington. He's Babylonian, doesn't speak a word of English. I don't even know what he's been up to since he dropped out of school and started following that damn fish band around. He had nothing to do with anything. So the movie starts off with Max von Sydow standing in the desert talking to a statue. They added a bunch of music to make it scary, but the fact is, it wasn't me he was talking to. I was on vacation in Arizona at the time. He was just staring at that thing because the penis on it was so large. That's a big about the only thing the movie got right. Keep in mind, this guy's a Catholic priest in the 70s. He'd never seen one that big, so I don't blame him for being bowled over. The story shifts gears and we end up in Washington, D.C. There's a little girl named Reagan playing with a Ouija board while her actress mom is out playing dress up with communists and degenerates. Now she notices this teenage girl is starting to act out, steal, and swear. So she starts taking to her series of doctors. Typical liberal mom. I'm surprised she didn't blame it on vaccinations. It's called growing up and empowering yourself, Mrs. O'Neill. Just because you've internalized the patriarchy doesn't mean you should take it out on your daughter. So, devastated by these changes in her daughter's behavior, she decides to throw a party for her big shot elite friends. It's 2 a.m. and they're still making a ruckus, so her daughter wanders downstairs. The kid starts making small talk with some astronaut and tells him he's gonna die, so his mother freaks out. Here's a tidbit. That astronaut did die. He was skydiving in Acapulco 2 years later, and a shocking lack of safety standards led to his untimely demise. I knew it was gonna happen, so I fed her the tidbit to, be a mensch. She was telling the truth, and for that, everyone acts like she peed in the punch bowl. Which she did not. She peed on the floor. Then, she spider walks up the stairs. That was on me. I thought it would be funny. In her continuing quest for Mother of the Year, Chris starts leaving men to watch Regan while she goes out. What they didn't know was this guy was starting to go on about how pretty Regan was and how she could be an actress like her mom. So I threw him out the window. I have zero tolerance for that level of creepiness. That's right, I'm against pedophilia. Even I think that's wrong. That's how bad it is. So, they arrange for an exorcism, and Laurel and Hardy show up to do the deed. More creepy men in a little girl's room. Always a great plan, Mom. So they're there, I'm there. Might as well make this interesting, right? A bit of trivia on the green vomit. That was actually demon poo. And it smells like kiwi. The more you know. Funnily enough, if creepy men hang out enough in a teenage girl's bedroom at night, they will eventually catch her masturbating. And I, of course, got blamed for this. Why is it my fault? She wasn't thinking about me. Blame it on the Bay City Rollers. It doesn't matter which version you watch. The theatrical, the director's cut, the version you've never seen, the cable version, the network TV version, the airplane version, or that weird Jack Black sweeted version. They all have one fatal flaw. They make me look like the bad guy. While we're on the subject, when they show me, why do I look like this? It's just rude. They were still mad about the lawyers, I guess. I know it was the 70s, but I was never into that glam look like this Joker had going. He looks less like a villain, more like someone off to see a late show of Rocky Horror Picture Show. So after a while, I get pretty bored with this. The old priest died of a heart attack. Not my fault. And the other guy had run out of material, so he was just repeating, "The power of Christ compels you," over and over again. Hashtag sad. So I started laughing. It wasn't funny, but it got so sad. It sounded like something from the Lollipop Guild. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. So I'm laughing, and this priest gets mad and, like a tries to sucker punch me, and we fall out a window. I, being a mortal, was alright. He, being a human, now spends his day being throat punched by a demonic Three Stooges while forced to listen to Hawaiian jazz. I have no idea what happened to the girl. I don't keep up with my exes. The end. So, when you think about it, it's actually a story about a young girl with a domineering mother. She's trying to grow up and embrace her sexuality, but she's being stifled. She makes a new friend, her mother freaks out, and that new friend dies trying to protect her from creeps. If you put a different score to it, it would make a great double feature with The Notebook. As it is, though, it's just too fake to recommend. If you want something real scary, check out Ripped with Russell Peters. It's scary how terrible that movie is. I'm Satan, and you will be mine. Hey.